it's okay to grieve that loss. It's okay to, oh God, I miss them. I'm gonna miss them. This, that, and the other. It's okay to grieve.
Yeah. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him 'cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord, come on and praise the Lord. Come on and give him praise him 'cause he called me to switch. I know I gotta praise.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Red. Listen, this is another episode of the RH3 show. Today on the show, we're going to talk about 5 different ways to find closure in a relationship. You know, it might not be a love type relationship. It might be a friendship relationship. It might be, a business relationship. It might be, a relationship or a lasting, bond that you've had with someone or an organization like, church folks or whatever. It's, 5 different ways to, find closure. And we're going to get right into this video. And, this video, it didn't come from anything. It's just, I found something online. And I, figured, I said, I'm going to share this with my subscribers and my friends and my followers. So, let's get right into today's video. The first thing that, we're going to talk about is, closure. What is closure? Closure is, basically finding that, that stopping point, finding that period mark in any type of relationship or any type of, like I said, bond or whatever. And, closure is kind of, people don't want to find closure in any type of relationship, but, eventually it's going to have to, get done. It's going to be needed. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be needed. And, maybe things, ended bad. Some things ended bad. Some things can end good. But the point is that you're going to have to find a closure point and a, point to where, hey, we're done. No hard feelings, or we're done, and it's time for me to move on, or I'm done and time to go to the next chapter of my life. But like I said, let's get on into it. Okay, the first thing you're gonna have to first thing you can to help you to find closure is examine how that relationship, that bond, or whatever you have with someone, something, some people, some place. Examine how it ended. And there is a reason that, you haven't been able to let go. It might be a reason because, maybe it's, a middle person. Maybe it is, something, that you've disagreed on. Maybe it's just, that love, that the bond, whatever, has died down and it's time for you to, let go or whatever. But examine and find how, whatever, got into that bond, that relationship, that connection, that, partnership or whatever. Find out how that ended and, dissolve it and try to, see, if was there a middle person, was there something that you've done, was there something that they've done, just find that common ground in between you guys. How did it end? How, did this relationship, come about? How did we, get to where we are? And how did, it come to this point that we have to end, end things? Like I said before, maybe it's a good thing, and maybe that maybe that you've gotten a job and you have to move away, and your absence within a relationship is pulling, and maybe, well, hey, let's just end things right now and be friends or whatever. Let's just end things right now because I know you're going to be far away and, I can't take that. Let's just end it right now. So just find that common ground. Find what happened and examine how. The next thing is to determine what you've learned from it. Maybe that you are going into another relationship, or maybe that you want to go into another relationship. Find, that thing that you've learned from that previous relationship, that previous bond, that previous partnership, whatever it is, find something good out of it that you've learned from it, and maybe maybe you can use that as a leverage, or use that as a, hey, this can help me on my next venture, and help me on my next relationship, help me on my next partnership. So it can end, so that one can end like this one did, or like I said, if it's on a good one, how I can use myself, or how I can put myself into the next relationships to where that feelings won't get attached. You know what I'm saying? So hey, just determine what you've learned from learn from this relationship. And again, this number 3 is basically something that I was saying in number 2 was, and number 3 is apply those lessons to your life. What you've learned from this previous bond, relationship, partnership, whatever, what you learn from it, apply it to your life, as you move on. Apply it to your life, in the next bond or whatever, and see if, hey, this is something that I've did before. This is something that I, didn't want to do before, and I don't want to do it now. So apply what you've learned from the previous relationship, apply it to the next one, or apply it to where you won't have to do what you've done previously. Okay, number 4, grieve your loss. Maybe if you're, say for instance, if you're moving away, you're trying to find closure with the people, or trying to find closure with someone that you had, that you've dealt with, or if you've been with previously, find a way to grieve your loss. Find a way to, say, hey, I'm gonna miss you, this, that, and the other. One thing I would say: do not bring anything with you to remind you of that person. Yes, please. Just stick with what's new. Keep in contact, but it's okay to grieve that loss. It's okay to, oh God, I miss them. I'm gonna miss them. This, that, and the other. It's okay to grieve your losses. All right. And number 5 is get on with your life. That's one thing that me personally that I have to work on whenever I'm trying to find closure. I put my own life in a hold. I put everything on hold, and I am not, I'm getting sick, and this, that, and the other, and I'm worried so much. I'm catching headaches, and I'm gaining weight because I'm miserable, and I'm very emotional. But literally, that's one thing that can seriously help you. This should have been number 1, but it's not in no particular order, matter of fact. But anyway, I think this is one thing that you need to do in dealing with a closure, is getting on with your life. Get on with your life. Move on. Don't let that stuff, do not let it soak you in. Let me pull up a quotation that one of my associate ministers from my church, she said, and I think I have it on my Facebook page. I'm about to pull it out, but it is very powerful. This quotation is very powerful, and I feel that it is needed. I don't think it was it wasn't an associate minister. It was a pastor out of Charlotte, North Carolina, by the name of Carl Turner, and he said, "You are a fool to let someone crawl up in your mind and discourage you and stress you out, and you take ownership of that stress. You crazy to let somebody do that." So the main thing is to get on with your life, move on, because that person, that business, that whatever, they are, going on, having fun, doing whatever they want to do, doing whatever, and you just sitting back, just crying, oh God, please help me, I can't move on, I love this, that, and the other, and, and they are just out doing them, and then you see them in public, and they happy, and you still all stressed out. You either look skinny, or you done blew up and picked up weight because you stressed out about them. Move on with your life. Move on with your life, and just don't take ownership of it. Do not take ownership of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed doing it, you guys, and we're going to continue to do more topical videos this week. And you know, also this year of the RH3 show, this year is all about you, and it's all about us, and just all about, you know, bringing, you know, the love together. Know that I love you guys, and like I said before in my videos, I love you guys for real. I really do. If you have any questions for the RH3 show, any topics you want to see here on the channel, please email me at rh3show@gmail.com. or if you have any things for my Cooking with Soul segment, or with my keeping it real with Red, or the Real Talk with Red segment, please email me at askrh3@gmail.com. Please follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/the RH3 Project. Facebook, you can friend me on Facebook. I love the personal, you know, back and forth conversations with you guys on my personal social networks, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. Like I said, friend me on Facebook, facebook.com/the RH3 Project, and also Tumblr. You can follow me on Tumblr at irepasavior.tumblr.com. Again, know that I love you guys for real, and I will see you next time on the RH3 show. Please make sure you subscribe here to this YouTube channel. Know that I love you for real, and I'll be talking to you soon. See ya.
I know I gotta praise because he set me free. The price that he paid, free me at Calvary. So I'm gonna dance and there's no stopping me. Don't ever change cause I got victory. So go ahead and praise him cause he's been so good. Give him all the glory like you know you should. Don't worry about them haters, they can't stop you if they could. So go ahead and praise him like you would. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him cause he called me to the switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up with anybody.